Welcome back, everyone. Second City is bringing back its annual Black Excellence Revue with shows starting today. This year's comedy show is called We Always Bounce Black and once again features an all-black cast and crew. So excited to learn more about this. Joining us now, director Anthony LeBlanc and cast member Daryn Robinson. Thank you both for being with us here in studio today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
So the show really is a mix. It's a new mix of new material, right, from the cast and archive material from Second City. Talk to me a little bit about how you kind of mix these two parts together. And I guess, Anthony, we'll start with you.
Yeah, one of the things that's really awesome about it, a lot of part of this show is original material. We have almost 80% of it is stuff that the cast actually created. And then we add a little bit of that flavor of some of the folks from our Black alumni, things they've created, to put into that show. And I think the best part of it is that you wouldn't tell that they're ever from a different show. That's the awesomeness of what people created in our show. They're great performers, they're great writers, and it's a joy to get to have them like showcase themselves on stage.
I love that. Daryn, I'll ask you this. How do you kind of all work together to bring that vision right to the stage?
Yeah, so each of us will come in and pitch a sketch, and so we'll usually come in with a script or what we call a beat sheet, which is just like, these are the things that are going to happen in this scene, and then we'll throw the script away and we'll just improvise through it. And I found as a writer it's really helpful because like someone else will riff on something that I wrote and maybe they'll have a better joke and I'll be like, that's great, I want to add that. And so at the end of the day, like something that is yours initially becomes the whole cast script.
Gosh. And I'm sure it evolves, right, over time. That's really cool. Now, I know that the Black Excellence Show, it's become kind of an annual tradition. This is the 4th year of the show. You know, what is Black Joy? I want to ask each of you this. What does Black Joy mean to each of you, and how do you bring that into the show and into your performances? And I guess, Daryn, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think to me, Black Joy just means celebrating all the things that make us unique as a culture, all the things that we've been through historically and all the places that we're going in the future, and just being really hopeful. That's Black Joy.
Yeah. Anthony, what about you? Anything to add?
Yeah, for me, I feel like that definitely, and then that being to live your authentic self, like getting to be who you want to be and who you are fully. And I think that's one of the things as a director, making sure that the performers are getting to do that on stage, and also that the audience that comes to see it also gets to see that and experience that as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, on that note, it's a tough balance, right? Because you're talking about some really powerful topics, and it's also a comedy show. So I can imagine it's a bit of a balance to kind of bring that to the stage. How do you do that? You know, really wanting to conquer those powerful topics and connect with the audience, but also having the comedy element of that, Anthony?
Yeah, I think that the big thing I always come back to as a director is, what are we celebrating, right? The idea that we want the audience to feel celebrated when they come in there and to see themselves reflected, the things that they struggle with, things that they love, things they enjoy. And I think that translates to a place where that kind of like that connectivity creates a really cool, awesome feeling in the room.
It's really cool to pitch something and realize that, oh, something that I find personally funny is also maybe funny to other people too, and sharing that with the cast. And then we had a few preview audiences who we invited just to try some material with them and being like, oh wow, this hits with them too, and just kind of bringing what's internal, external, and sharing that with everyone.
Yeah. Absolutely. And quickly, before I let you both go, you know, the show has an all-black cast, so talk to me about why that is an important decision, right? And how are you mixing it all, you know, together on stage?
Yeah, I'll say that you know, Second City as a whole and comedy as a whole tends to be a very white world, right? And it doesn't mean that the show isn't for anybody who wants to come see it, but there's a difference when you're able to perform and create something for people who look like you, and have some similar experiences, but also the idea that we're not a monolith, right? There's such a wide swath of people that would be that consider to be Black folks, and I think that's what's also awesome. You get to see, because we have a mostly a whole Black cast, that entire Black production, we get to see everyone showcase who they are and who they fully are versus being the Black person in a show.
Yeah, like all 6 of us have such different perspectives, and it's really fun to see each of the sketches and being like, oh, that's definitely a Caleb sketch, that's definitely a Brittany sketch, you know, that's a Wanjiko sketch. Like, I'm just naming different people in the cast, but all of us are so different. And then there's also things that Black people get, like references that we make, that we can make make in this show that when I'm performing with a white cast where I'm the only black person, I'm like, oh, maybe I won't make this joke because maybe they won't get it, you know? So it's really freeing to be able to make those references.
Wow, well,
yeah.
An incredible show ahead. We cannot wait to see it. Thank you so much, Anthony and Daryn, for sharing a little bit about the show. It debuts tonight. We Always Bounce Black, a Black Excellence comedy review. We'll be at the Second City starting this evening. The show runs until March 29th. Head to secondcity.com for tickets. Thank you both for being with us.
Thank you.